Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. Okay, so I'll explain you in a very simple way. Slowly you will gather the more knowledge. So as part of networking, you need to set up a VPC, subnet, route table, route table. What else? You need to have internet gateway. You need to set me NAT gateway. No, you need to have you know many things. Okay. Now, what is subnet? What is VPC? What is route table? What is internet gateway? What is NAT gateway? All this is a question. Okay. And this we need to understand a little bit of it. Now, mind it here, I'm not teaching you networking here because you know that networking is a pretty vast topic. But here I'm teaching you how do we set up a networking service minded on AWS. That is what I'm teaching you. Now, fundamental knowledge of networking is required, you know, before understanding this topic, but at a high level you will get started with it. So let me explain you something in a very simple way. So this is your building. uh, so let me ask you, one of you. So Purnima, are you staying in an apartment?
Yes, Rajesh.
How many flats are there in that apartment?
Per floor we have 7. So we have 4
Seven.
floors.
Yeah. So let's say you have one flat, then two flat, three flat, four flat, five flat, six flat, 20 flat, 30 flat, 100 flat. And I think, are you in India, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So must be Geo or Airtel. There's only two option which is reliable. So let's say this is a Geo connection which is coming to your building. And assume all of you are using Geo,
Mhm.
all of you. And this is just only one wire which is connecting to your building. And each one of you get the internet. So there is one laptop here and there is one laptop here. Do you think this laptop, this from this laptop, you can connect to the someone else laptop? Can you connect?
One laptop to another laptop? No.
No. One laptop to another laptop in another flat. I'm saying not
No.
in same flat. I'm putting in the, you must be having one Wi-Fi. Other people also must be having
Mm,
one Wi-Fi. Correct?
right.
No.
Yes.
The question is why? Because this is just a cable. One cable is coming,
Right.
and then we have so many apartments. How come we cannot connect each other? I can see what I can ping your machines. I can access your machine. I should access machine because just one cable, right? So what is happening? That is where the LAN concept and WAN concept is coming. So LAN means there's a trillions of LANs are there. You can create a many LANs as you want it. Trillions of LANs are there, and then all LANs connect together to make it one WAN, and then whole world is connected through the internet through WAN. So what is happening actually? So there is one device what Geo will set up for each one of you. Okay, and what will happen? Your Geo will set up one network within your house actually. This is one network, one network, one network, one network, like this. Likewise, you will set up multiple some small network. Okay, and then what will happen? Now you have a two laptop connected to the same network. You can connect to each other, but you cannot connect to this guy. You cannot do that because it's a different network. This is a different network. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say?
Like subnets. I mean, are you talking about
No,
subnets?
network. I'm saying network. Subnet,
Okay.
forget about the
Mhm,
subnets, right? Network.
mhm.
That means
Okay.
your
Yeah,
flat
I
has
got it.
one network.
Hmm.
My flat, I'm staying next to you. I have my own network. I cannot connect to your machine. You cannot connect to my machine because networking layer don't allow you to connect outside of the traffic, outside of your machine.
Right.
I mean, a network. If you want, then you have to talk to Geo and then get a IP address, public IP address, and then we can connect to each other. Or maybe you have to route table we have to open up, but Geo will not open up the routing table actually. Multiple ways are there, but they will not allow you to do that. Got it?
Yes. Yes.
Now the question is why we are doing all this thing. Anyone have idea why we are doing all this stuff? Why Geo is doing all this thing and Airtel is doing all this thing? If you are from India, I think some of you from the outside also same concept. Why?
Security.
Wonderful. Security. See, I'm doing something in my network. You should not access those data. You should not connect to those resources, those machines. It's a security problem. So now come back to the point. Think about it. This is the one region for AWS. Do you know how many people are using that region? 1 million people. 10 lakh accounts are there. The problem for AWS is to how to isolate each account's resources from one to another, because the same data center, same storage, same physical hardware. How do they do that? The isolations. Did you understand the problem of AWS now? Hello. So
Yes.
they so now what they are doing AWS, they're saying, hey, listen, this is a cloud, one region, one availability, one region. When you want to use it, create one network and then create one VM inside that and use it. No one outside of that network will be able to access your machine until you allow for it. What we call it? This we call it a VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. So now you'll say, Rajesh, where did you created this one? What do you say? VPC. So actually, I did not create it. It was created for me, new account, any one created for you. And see, remember this one? This was a default network, one network for you for ease of using. AWS will create it for you. You can use it. You can use it, that one. So every machines here you have one region and every machines is created, every resources is created under the VPC. So people cannot so you're in a same data center, same server, I mean same physical hardware, but still you are not cannot connect to each other. So it's a virtual private connect. That means it's a virtual network. So now I must create one image. So guys, look at it my screen very carefully. This is the one region, and this region divided by two availability zone. So this is the AJ1 and this is AJ2. You know what guys, when you create a VPC, it's like this. Understood? That means when you create a machines here, let me create a machines, one machine here and one machine here. This machine can talk to each other. This machine also can talk to each other. But if other VPCs are there, which is here, this cannot talk to each other. This cannot talk to each other. Why? Because that is the security layer which we have, different network. Understood now?
Yes.
Understood now? So now you understood the network, virtual network. Now what is a subnet? So guys, what happens? One network we divide into multiple subnets. So let me do that. So there's one subnet and there's one subnet. Then you will say, Rajesh, why we are creating subnets? So we are creating three subnets. Why? So one large network we want to divide into three subnets. And you know what? Here one machine is running. Let me change the color. Here one machine is running, and here one machine is running, and here one machine is running. So here you see that subnet. Let me show you. Here you see subnet info. By default, it will take it up. So availability zone subnet, which was there, no, so it was there. So here you will create a subnet. Now why we create a subnet? So you know what happened in the network? There is one concept called route table. It's like a rule, and this is the internet gateway for internet, and the internet is coming from outside. So what I will configure saying that, hey, you are getting internet gateway and you are getting internet, but route to internet only to this subnet. And here I am running the web server, but I don't want internet in the app server and database. You are running database, because why the database should be accessible from outside? Why the web app server should be accessible from outside? But this is the web server should be accessible, then only you will have a serving. So here web server talk to app server, web server talk to the DB server. This DB server, app server is not accessible to internet, and now this subnet is accessible to internet. And that is how you design the security more better way. And by the way, this is not a AWS topic, this is the networking topic. So here what we do, one VPC we divide into the multiple subnet, and some subnet we allow internet, some subnet we don't allow internet. So now the question is, what is the route table? So route table which will help you to route the traffic, and internet gateway will help you to get the internet, and so on. Now you understand that what is a VPC, subnet, route table, and internet gateway? All of you? Hello?
Yes, Raj.
Hello? Okay, so now the question is, how do we create it? See, if you understand all this thing, then it's very easy to create it. But before that, I want to show you one official image. Every time people refer this image, so whatever I explain it to you, it's a good way to use it. So look at this here. I'll just take this snippet. See here. So same image what I created, it's a better way. So see here, there is a VPC. Here this is the boundary for VPC, and you see the internet is coming to the VPC from where? Internet gateway. Now internet gateway, they are coming to the route table. Route table is like a rule, okay? It will say where internet should go and where internet should not go. So here you have a route table, and here you are saying, hey, internet should go to, see here, very carefully you see that this is a availability zone 1, and here you have a subnet 1, 2, 3. This is the DV, this is the app, this is the web. So theoretically internet should be there in the web, but no internet should be here. Correct? Now same thing. So here what to do, see here very carefully. Okay. So here internet gateway, if you look at the IP address and all kind of things, you'll see that they will provide the internet in this tier. Okay. Oh, wait. This is a private one. Where is the public one? Public, see, private subnet, private subnet, private subnet, private subnet, private subnet, private. So what is a private subnet? Private subnet is like where you don't have internet. That's the reason routing table is not going anywhere. Okay. So here you have none of this subnet, you have internet. So I think I picked up the wrong image. Let's use the some better image. This one can we use? Yeah, I think we can use this one. This is a little odd. This, let's use it. But visualization is not good actually. So everyone design their images as per your things. So let's use this one. This is a good. Whatever I'm trying to explain it to you, it will be there. Let me get it. So it's a good image. So now if you see that here, internet is coming from the internet gateway. Now if you see that internet gateway, here route table image is missing actually. So just understand that route table is missing. So here route table will say, and then sending the image to, you see that very carefully. Route table is here. So you see that public DNS. You see here. So that means internet here you get it in this machine, and then because here route table is not done with the internet gateway, so here there is no internet, and all this thing you have it here. These are the services external one. Now if you see that there is one more concept which we have is network NAT gateway. What is a NAT gateway? So NAT gateway, you see that here is there. So I'll tell you in simple way. So in this way, you see that in the private subnet, in these two machines, there is no internet. So when there is no internet, then how do you update the operating system, patching, all many things? You for that you need the internet, right? How do you do that? So security region we don't publish to the internet gateway, but you know what? We pass that internet to this instance through the NAT gateway. So if you look at it a little bit carefully, see that flow. This is the one NAT gateway which is in public. So getting the internet from the public and then transferring the internet to the private subnet. So this way is an indirect way to transfer the internet to the private subnet. So that way it's secured actually. That means those people who have access to this machine can only access these two machine through the internet. Okay. And this machine typically is hidden somewhere in the public subnet. No one has any idea. So that's called NAT gateway. So these are the services which we have, you know, which we use it for the things. Now question is, okay, fine, I understand that at a high level what is all this component, how do we create it? So creation will be very simple, though I would suggest you, if you are preparing for certifications, each and everything you have to go in depth. So let's go to the networking services here. Where is the networking services here? And click on VPC, which is here, virtual private cloud, isolated cloud resources. I clicked on it. And now guys, you know, AWS has automated everything. So right now you see VPC 1, NAT gateway I have 0, subnets I have 6. This is the default one. I have not created anything as such. So now I'll create it. So how do we do that? So you can use the widgets manually. Also you can create here a VPC, subnet, route table, internet gateway. Here you have a VPN also, endpoints, NAT gateway, many things you can create it. But right now I'll use widget, which is easy. So create VPC. Now you want to create VPC and more, or VPC only. I want to create VPC and more. More means everything. Now what is the project name? So auto generated, let it be. What is the CIDR number for your VPC here? And then here how many subnets you want, availability zone. So here by default is selected 2, I guess. Yeah, so 2 subnet, public and private subnet, 2 availability zone. And here 2 private, 2 public subnet, 2 private subnet. That means, see, the 2 means what? Let me design this. So when you say this is one VPC, and then here you want availability zone 2. So here you want 2 availability zone. This is edge 1 and this is edge 2. And here what you want, 2 public subnet you want. So public subnet means internet should be there. So here you want one subnet, this is public, and here you want one subnet, this is public. And here you want 2 private subnet also. So here you have a private subnet and private subnet. This no internet, no internet. Now this routing table and all automatically created, and this is the VPC endpoint for the gateways and all. So right now I don't say none. Okay. And all this thing you can do. And if you want to understand how the network will flow, so see that here from the internet gateway is going to the public route table, to where the internet is going, public subnet. You see here public subnet 1 and second one which is here. And then if you see that no internet is coming, you see gateway is not connected to the private subnet, and here you have route table for private. So here is coming here and then he's coming here. So it's for visualization they have created, and then create a VPC. Now all these resources automatically it will be created. Understood now, all of you? All of you? And you see here you created a VPC. Now your VPC is ready. Now what you want? So I'll tell you in a simple way. So guys, when you have a two Wi-Fi in home, how do you decide whether this should be mobile should be connected to Wi-Fi 1 or Wi-Fi 2? Mobile will decide, right? Correct now? Two network, two Wi-Fi. Correct now?
If it's automatic,
Or
yes.
yeah. So you can configure of Wi-Fi 1 or Wi-Fi 2. So same way, now you have a two VPC. Now you have to decide whether you want to create a VMs in the VPC 1 or VPC 2. Let me show you. So go to the here, create instance, and now you see that here all this thing. Here you have options, networking. Okay, and here you select edit, and here you have option default or this one. Now whichever the VPC you select, the VMs will be created in that VPC. Same. Understood all of you now? All of you?
Yes, Ravi.
Okay. So guys, I would suggest that's one important thing. In order to become a DevOps engineer, fundamental of networking you need to know. In fact, fundamental of everything you need to know. Okay. So I would suggest one assignment will be there for you. I'll send it to you anyways. So networking fundamental, at least you understand. So it will be easy for you to work on any cloud actually, because networking is a networking. Remember that AWS has not reinvented anything. Whatever you are using in the private cloud or public cloud, they have the same thing actually. So just spend some time with the networking fundamental, and after that come back and you create a VPC and get it used. So now this is some of the services is paid services, like a gateway and all is a paid one. So I'll delete this. So here I'm not used it, so it will be deleted without any problem. If you are using it, then it will not be deleted. Done. Okay, so now this is a networking topic. Now next thing is security. Security means what? So security again is a very broad word. Now when I say security here, that means how to share an account with others. So mind it here, whichever the account you will create, it will be root account. Okay, root account. But you have to share that account with others, right? For example, your organization will create one AWS account and they'll share with all the engineers, development, QA, operations, same account, and everyone will use the same account. So how do you set up a security for that? So now we have a concept called, I'll explain you in a simple way. So you have a different types of policies. This policy, you are allowed to create EC2, you are allowed to create this one. So remember that in AWS you have 5,000 services. So anything read, view, edit, admin, this, that. So this we call it policies. Can I show you the policies? So you have IAM stand for identity and access management. So here I go to the security. Where is security? You are able to here, and under the security so many services are there. Go for IAM here. Okay, this is the fundamental services. I clicked on it. Okay, so okay, so here you have policies. Look at this. So these are the policies created by AWS. Thousands of policies you have here. You see, you can create your own custom policies also, but not required at initial level. When you are in a very advanced level, then you require actually. So these are the policies. Now what we do, this policy you apply to group. Group means group of user. There's a group you create. I'll tell you how to create a group or user. So this policy you see here, and either you apply to the user here or user group, is up to you. Okay, and then the moment you apply this one and this one, after that, that user will be able to access your account on AWS. Whatever you allowed, he'll be able to or she'll be able to do that. So here policy is already there. I'll create one group. So let me delete this group. And here create a group. Now this group I'm creating is uh, demo, and I'm not selecting any username, just I'm creating group. Permission, let's say EC2 I'm adding. This group has a EC2 permissions, EC2 full access, EC2 the one VM created. So this group is created with the EC2 access. Now I'll create a user. So here you have a demo, and then next, and now is a part of the demo group, and add it. That's all. So here I created user, I created group, permission given to the EC2 user. Now how do we access this user? So password I forgot to set up actually. So I'll go here, and password, how to set up. So during the, I think I made some issue. Here it is, enable. So enable the password, custom password, um, something I'm just setting up, custom password. I don't want to change it. Done. No thanks. Close it. Now this is the password, this is the user. Now anyone who wants to access this URL, you have to share with it. Let me do in the incognito mode, and username is demo, and password. See here. Now he's login to do that. He's able to log in, and he can only create EC2 instance. Rest of the services access you have not given. So what to do? First thing, create user, and then add a part of the group, add some access to the group policies, and then he should be able to do that. So yeah, this is not a good for security. So after the doing the things, please delete it. So I'm going to create a delete first user, because this was just for demo, and then user also, because I don't want, should be there, because I'll forget out. This is the way you can share your account. So users group, user roles, sorry, policies, and so on under the IAM. Did you understand that, all of you? Any questions? All of you?
Have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.